And now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
I've got a question for you. Have you ever got stuck while working on something? I mean, so stuck that you just got frustrated, you just wanted to bang on the thing? So there I was, my friends, this the other day. Phil Zeller, Effective Communication. It's an honor to have you with us here today. You're not going to believe this. I was out there this past weekend, and I was on my lawnmower. Yes, I still get out there and get on the lawnmower, and I do that because sometimes you could just get away, you know. I got to watch out for the allergies and stuff, but I put my headset on, my noise-canceling headset and stuff, and you can just kind of zone there as you're out there mowing the lawn if you choose to do so. And so sometimes it's a little respite. It's almost therapeutic for me. But I was out there cutting the lawn the other day, and the cut was not looking good at all. And I realized something. I probably had not changed my blades on my lawnmower in years. So I got up the moxie to say, you know what? I am going to give this a whirl. I am going to take these blades off and put new ones on. And I don't know if you've done that recently with a lawnmower. And some of you say, well, that's real easy, Phil. And some of you say, well, I would never do that. Pay somebody else to do it. But wherever you're at in the spectrum, I put myself in the situation to go after it. And so I got out my tools, and here I am, you know, taking the lawnmower apart and getting the deck out from underneath the mower and go ahead and try to take the blades off, and I just can't get them off. They are jammed on there tight as can be, and they're locking up on me. So I'm going to plan A, plan B, plan C. And you've been there before, right? You get frustrated, and you're trying to figure this thing out, and part of you just wants to grab a hammer and start banging on it. But you know that's not going to solve anything. It's not going to solve anything. Actually, you know this if you've done this before. It makes it worse. Yes, it does. It breaks something. It breaks something else. And then you just turn something from a bad situation to a worse situation. So what I found to do in these situations is I found that I just need to take a pause. I need to take a break. I'm like several of you that listen to the show. I want to get things done, and I want it now, Daddy. I want it to go, and I want to be out there and getting it happening. But this wasn't happening on this past weekend. So what I did was I went and grabbed a beverage and sat down in front of the computer, and I started pulling up videos of what did other people do in this situation. That's the beautiful thing about the age we live in. With all this stuff on the internet, you can find other people have dealt with your frustration, and there are answers, my friends. And so I found some answers. We were able to piece them together and then come up with a plan of attack. And I'm out there with the breaker bar on one side to disconnect some other things, unscrew some other things here and there, and dig deeper in the project, go deeper than I thought it was at the beginning. But the beautiful thing about it was I got through it, and I was able to take it apart, and bada bing, bada boom, I was able to replace those blades, and bam, I was back to mowing again. How cool is that? And I did it myself. And my wife along the way, she's like, should you just take that and have somebody else do it? And I'm like, no, doggone it. I got it. I'm a guy, and I'm going to take care of it. And so I did. But the point being was I had to take a break, and I had to go look up other resources, and I had to see it from a different point of view to help me get through it and solve the problem. Now, I share this with you today because today, this week, somebody is going to say something or do something that's going to frustrate you. And you're going to be in a situation with them in which what they're going to say is going to irritate you for whatever reason. Now, you could get mad. You could start, banging on it like you could on the lawnmower, but you realize that's not going to do you any good. Start banging on this person, because then they're going to just get defensive with you and try to justify why they're being this way to you in a way that you don't understand. So this is where I'd give you the tip to deal with it. Pause for a moment, just like you did with the lawnmower, and ask yourself, what does this person know that I don't know? Because there is the rub. They've got some information you don't, and they see it a different way. So Dale Carnegie says, try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view, which means in that conversation, when you take that pause, take the time to listen and understand where they're coming from and why, it's going to give you insight and something to work with and something for you to figure out a path going forward, just like with fixing the lawnmower blades. You see what I'm saying here? It's going to help you figure it out because now you know what you're dealing with. And you have their example to work from of why they feel that way and why they understand it to be that way. So this week, when somebody says something that frustrates you or irritates you, stop, ask yourself, don't just start banging on it because you know it's not going to fix it, especially with people. That doesn't work at all. Get you in a lot of trouble too. So don't ever do that. and try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Because if you do that, what you're going to find is you're going to find understanding into how they see it and what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. And now, my friends, you have something to work with. You have another plan of attack beyond irritation with this human being, and you can move forward with them to a next step to solving whatever the situation is and making that relationship better. You've got this. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view, and you will go further with people, and you won't get frustrated. Now go make it happen, my friends.